agbanyeghị atụmatụ ọjọọ niile nke ndị iro iwe nye anyị ndụ ala nke dị ndụ were n'ụbọchị nke taa anyị wee na-asị na ịja mma niile otu niile dịrị aha nsọ gị onye ọ bụ naanị aka ike niile na ọ gbadara aka ya anyị wee na-akpọku gị na-asị gị na nke ọma ma anyị ga-ekele gị nke ọjọọ ma anyị kelee gị anyị wee na-aja gị mma wee na-eto gị wee na-asọpụrụ gị n'isi ụmụ gị niile bụ ndị ikwu ndị wee ezu oku mgbe a kpọrọ ha ka ha wee chekwaa ala nsọ gị bụ Biafra onye nwụ na Chineke na ihe na ikwere anyị nkwa na o mekataghị ka ndị iro wee were ala nsọ Biafra onye nwụ na Chineke na nke bi n'igwe agbanyeghị atụmatụ ọjọọ niile nke ndị iro ma ndị na-agba mgbọgba ebe niile dị iche iche onye nwụ na Chineke nna ihere bụ nke ndị dị etu a n'ụbọchị nke taa anyị wee na-eto gị wee na-asị onye nwe anyị na Chineke nna nke pụrụ m ihe niile onye ọ bụ naanị ya na-azọpụta onye ọ bụ naanị ya bụ okwu ya niile bụ ihe na amen anyị wee na-asị ezi ebube dị ngọzi na ọtụtụ na ịja mma na nsọpụrụ site n'ebighị ebi ma ruo n'ebighị ebi ise ise ise.
Welcome, my amazing viewers. Thank you so much for joining me on my program once again. I appreciate you wherever you're connecting from. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please kindly subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I upload a video. You will be among the first to receive it. Thank you so much. And remember, in this channel, we speak up for the people who have been oppressed in the contraption called Nigeria, more especially the Biafrans, the Oduduans, and the Middle Beltans. We speak about the plight of the people, the killings that are happening in the contraption called Nigeria. We set the record straight. We don't preach hate speech. We don't talk down on any people. We say live and let's live. Only people who said we will not leave the Fulani Janjaweed are the people we are saying they will not leave either. And we cannot be able to use our life to make peace. We cannot kill ourselves because we wanted peace. They do not want peace and we will not give them peace. Whatever they want is what they get from us. Today, we're going to talk about the terrorist government of Nigeria once again. As you all know, Nigeria is running a terrorist government. The government of Nigeria is a terrorist government and they have proven it from all reasonable doubt that they are running a terrorist government. That is why the terrorists in Nigeria are flourishing. Terrorism in Nigeria can never stop, can never ever be weighed down. It doesn't matter what you do, it doesn't matter the propaganda you bring, it doesn't matter the way you look at it. It can never stop. It will continue to increase on a daily basis. When you look at the things happening and the way they are running their government, you can see that obviously the government of Nigeria is in support of terrorism and they are flourishing through terrorism. They sponsor terrorism through their speech. They finance terrorism with their money. They give support, moral support, and all kinds of support to terrorists. That is what is happening in the contraption called Nigeria. It is not a propaganda. I'm not trying to push out a propaganda or say something that is false. Everything I'm telling you here is something that has been said already in their national television. People have already come to the national television to speak about whatever you are hearing from me here. They came to the national television, somebody who is a special security in Nigeria, a secret service security in Nigeria, who is not supposed to be seen, was bold enough to come on their national television, on channel television, to speak about the situation of Nigeria. And he told us, in his own word, that there are members of Boko Haram in Asorock. There are members of Boko Haram in the Senate. There are members of Boko Haram who are lawmakers. There are members of Boko Haram who are governors. This was said by a secret security service man on national television. It is not a hidden issue. So when we tell you that Nigeria is running a terrorist government, we are not missing word. You can also see the issue of Pantami, the Minister of Communication in Nigeria, is somebody who supports terrorism at all angles. He was a supporter of Al-Qaeda, he supported the Taliban, and he is somebody who is fighting jihad against every other tribe and religion in Nigeria, trying to push forward the Fulani kind of religion. That is what he's pushing forward. He's not shying away about it. There are many videos to this effect, which I'm not going to play for you now. There are so many videos. Make inquiry, you will see them. Pantami, he is on the terrorist watch list of the United States. He is there. But yet, this man is the Minister for Communication in the contraption called Nigeria. And some of you are still lifting your head and calling yourself one Nigerianist. Some of you are still calling yourself members of one Nigeria. How shameless can people be in that contraption? Many people who are from the southeastern part of Nigeria, the southern part of Nigeria, today you can see what is happening to the activists, those who are speaking up for the people who have been oppressed. You see Sunday Igboho. It has become clear that people who sold Sunday Igboho out are his own people, his own kingsmen. It was his own kinsmen that sold Sunday Igboho out. That is how decayed the country have become. That is what Janjaweed have turned every individual in that country to become. They have enslaved everybody, that people tend to believe that unless you play to the tone of the Janjaweed, you cannot survive in the country called Nigeria. It doesn't matter the title you have, it doesn't matter how educated you are, it doesn't matter the kind of palace you are in. If you do not play to the tone of the Janjaweed, if you do not agree with the Sultan of Sokoto to ride your own affair, you can never succeed in the country called Nigeria. This is what Nigeria is operating. And people in the southeast, most of them tend to accept it, except that the generation that we are now, the 21st century youths, do not want to be part of that nonsense. They don't want to be part of it. That is why they are killing them. Sunday Igboho stood up from the southwest and said that he wants self-determination for his own people. He didn't just wake up, because his people were being killed on a daily basis and nothing is being done about it. Then Sunday Igboho was waiting for the governor to go out of his way and fight and protect his people. The governor refused to protect the people in his area. They were killing them, mulling them down. Many people were killed in the Barapa. And the terrorists were doing it openly. They had a base. They know them by their names. They didn't do anything until Sunday Igboho rose up, took it up to himself, went there and drove away the terrorists. He drove away the terrorists from that area and made sure they don't operate anymore. Not only that, he made sure that that chief terrorist, which is the chief terrorist that lead them, was captured by OPC. They captured him and handed him over the police. What are we hearing today? That person that they captured, the person that they captured, who is a criminal, who have killed many people, known to the government, has been freed from prison. And the state governor is not bold enough to come and tell us that this man has been freed. They only told us that the Fulani herdsmen attacked the prison and freed some inmates in the same prison where that man, Wakili, was detained. You heard about the story of Wakili. Today, Wakili is nowhere to be found. He escaped. They freed him. They freed him. This is the government that is telling us that they are going to secure people and do this and do that. And the state governor cannot come out and tell us that Wakili has been freed. This is why they demonized Sunday Igboho. Sunday Igboho has not committed an offense. The only offense Sunday Igboho committed was that he was trying to protect his own people from the Janjaweed from being killed. Instead of the Obas and the traditional rulers and the political elites to support him, they sold him out. And today you see them coming to make confession. One of the Obas came and told us that he went to see Buhari. After seeing Buhari, Buhari warned him. Then he warned Sunday Igboho and Sunday Igboho refused. What are you warning Sunday Igboho about? Are you warning Sunday Igboho to stop protecting his own people or what? What is he warning about? What is he warning Sunday Igboho for? Sunday Igboho was protecting his people and he was asking for self-determination, which is a right enshrined in the constitution. So why are you warning him? What wrong did he do that you are warning him? What does that show you? These are the people that sold Sunday Igboho out. I said it when they were trooping to Benin Republic. They were trooping to Benin Republic. Instead of asking for his release, for him to continue his journey to Germany, they told the Benin Republic, they bargained with the Benin Republic to detain Sunday Igboho indefinitely, even when Sunday Igboho has not committed any crime known to man in Benin Republic. They bought over all the so-called lawyers and everybody. That is what Africa has become. That is what nation of Africa is, where there is no justice, where people do things and get away with it. And today, you can see what is playing out in the Southwest. Thank God for those who are still standing up. Thank God for those who are still speaking up for the people of the Southwest, asking for the Republic as the only solution for people to have a sane nation where they can be able to defend. There is nobody that is a proud Nigerian. Not even one, not even people in the North. They cannot boast to be proud Nigerians. That is why the Fulanis are pushing their agendas, pushing the agenda of the Fulanis, trying to Fulanize the country and Islamize the country with their own kind of Islam by all means possible. They have hijacked Asorock already. They are doing whatever they are doing is the playing the script of the late Mohammadu Buhari written for them. The imposter in Asorock is playing the script to support Fulanis in everything they are doing, making a case for the Fulani bandits and Fulani terrorists. That is why you see Sheikh Gumi can come out boldly to threaten the federal government, to threaten the lawmakers who said that they were appointed, threaten them to stop asking for the proscription of the bandits. Instead, he is promoting the bandits. asking them to give amnesty to bandits, asking them to give them fund, asking them to dialogue with the bandits. But the people who are asking for a legitimate right enshrined in the Constitution, self-determination, they will not listen to them. And sometimes when you see some people who call themselves Nigerians, the kind of brain, the way their brain is being damaged, you will see some people in the media, in social media, who will come out and tell you that they don't know what the people who are asking for self-determination, people who are agitating, what they're asking for. They don't know what people who are agitating, what they are asking for. They don't know what they're asking for. They say they don't know what Biafrans are asking for. They don't know what the Oduduwas are asking for. What we are asking for is self-determination. And it is a right that everybody owns in that country called Nigeria. It is in the law of Nigeria, self-determination. You can ask for it. That is what the Biafrans and the Oduduwas are asking for. If you don't know, they are asking for self-determination because things are not working right. Because everybody has been enslaved. Nothing is happening. Nothing is happening. Nothing is happening because the contraption called Nigeria is being run by terrorists and they are not backing down. Biafrans has been killed for a very long time. Almost 5 million Biafrans killed just to be able to establish this your so-called one Nigeria. A nation that was built on the blood of innocent. On the blood of innocent. Up to today, there has never been any restitution on the killing and destruction that happened in the Biafra land. And you still say you have some people who call themselves elite from the southeastern region. There is no elite, no elder in the southeastern region, not even one. There is none. There is none. If there is, this issue of Biafra was supposed to have been discussed long before now. The issue of Biafra is supposed to be on the front burner. Every other day, look at our brothers in the southwest. You heard about the Okuta panel. The Okuta panel was mainly about the southwest. Go and watch the Okuta panel, what they were discussed there. Most of the issues that were discussed to an extent, to full length there, were the issues that were addressed in the southwest because of the killing of MKO Abiola. MKO Abiola is just one person. It's just one person. And that made them to go and dig into so many issues in the southwest. So many issues in the southwest we are mentioned in that Okuta panel. Even if it was not finalized and things were not done the way it's supposed to, at least the southwest were able to bring their issue to the front burner for people to discuss. But the issue of Biafra up to today, people who call themselves elders in the Biafra land have never been able to even have a panel to hear and talk about things that happened in Biafra. They never talk about it. They never discuss it. Nobody wants to talk about it. And when you talk about it, they will tell you don't talk about Biafra. Some people say what they want is not Biafra. Dave Umahi will come and begin to tell you that what he wants is not Biafra. That we don't want Biafra, they want a Nigeria. Which Nigeria? What is the meaning of Nigeria? You want a company established by Britain. We are talking of a country, a nation, and you are talking of a company. You are talking of a company. Why the indigenous people in that very area is talking about a country? Who in his right senses? These are people who claim to be educated, who claim to be politicians. Talking about a country instead of a company, instead of a country. You and I know that Nigeria is a British company. It is not a country. It is a British company. It doesn't matter how you twist it and turn it and bring it and bend it. Go and check, make your research on your own. The origin of that very issue of Nigeria. The origin. How did they start? How did they come about their amalgamation? How did they come about bringing people together? They pushed us together because we were trying to enslave us, to immerse the wealth in that very region and take to Britain. They formed the company, they created the company. And when they were going, they sold the indigenous people out as a company. And eventually some who claimed to be founding fathers could not be able to see the lines and destroy that company and build a nation. They still went ahead and began to build a company. And in this 21st century, we say that we do not want to be part of any company. We are humans. We want a nation and not a company. That is why the Oduduwas and the Biafrans are asking for self-determination. For them to have the right to decide their fate. Conduct a referendum. Let the people decide, what do you want? That is the question. Ask them, what do they want? They go to the ballot and tell you what they want. Whatever the people decide, so be it. We run with it. Is that too much to ask? That is not too much to ask. That is what the question we are asking. and the people you see in power who are parading themselves as leaders. The Britain monarch you have in Asorock, the imposter representing the late Buhari in Asorock. If you remember the day he was interviewed, the day they gave him the facts, arranged and planned the interview, when they were asking him about Southeast, what are you going to do to make sure that things work in Southeast? What did he say? Instead of speaking responsibly as somebody who wants peace, he was still threatening the Southeast with war, telling us how he's going to make sure that we don't survive, telling us the promise that he was given by the people in the coastal region, that the Igbo-speaking Biafrans cannot have a British space, telling us how he's going to unleash the military against the Southeast. This was somebody who was asked, how are you going to make sure that the Southeast feel belonging? Listen to that interview once again.
How are we going to resolve the crisis in the Southeast?
Well, Southeast, I was encouraged by what I heard. Nobody told me. Two statements from the South. One by elderly people. No, South. Yes, by elderly people. They said this time around there will be no access to sea. I'm sure you will understand what they mean. Again, the youth made the same statement. That encouraged me. So that EPOB is just like a dot in a circle. If they want to exist, they would have no access to anywhere. And the way they are spread all over the country, having businesses, having property, I think EPOB doesn't know what they are talking about. In any case, we said we'll talk to them in the language they understand. We'll organize the police and the military to pursue them. That's what we can do, and we will do it.
After hearing this monster, this imposter, how can you ever, you from the Southeastern region, begin to think of one Nigeria? How can somebody in his right mind begin to call himself a one Nigerianist when you have somebody, a terrorist like this, running a nation, a terrorist that doesn't want to listen to people? How can you be calling yourself a one Nigerian? How can you be praying of being part of this very devilish contraption that's going to kill everybody? That is it. It has been oncoming. It has been oncoming. The only mission that this man has, the only mission that the Janjaweed have, is to dip their Quran into the Atlantic Ocean, just as their father, Othman Dafodio, have told them. They are only pursuing the northernization that Ahmadu Bello have preached to them. That northernization is what they are pursuing. And the northernization they mean is Islamization and Fulanization of Nigeria. That is the only agenda they have. And they want to complete that agenda through terrorism. They want to make sure they achieve that agenda through terrorism. You can see. Recently, you see the kind of people who are visiting them. The president of Turkey came to visit Nigeria. Who is the president of Turkey? Go and make inquiry about the president of Turkey and what he's doing in his own country. Then you come back to realize that these people don't mean well for anybody. They are terrorists, a government run by terrorists, and they want to terrorize everybody to an extent of submission. But the Biafrans and the Duduans will not have it. The man that visited him from Turkey, go and check what he did to Turkey. He decided to frame up all the politicians that are opposing him to be terrorists. He framed them up and claimed that they were conducting coup. He arrested all of them and jailed them. Today he has come to Nigeria to promote the same evil agenda. Remember, that same man from Turkey, president of Turkey, was indicted of supporting this Boko Haram we are talking about, the main terrorist group in Nigeria. Turkey was being fingered out as the people supporting Boko Haram. Maybe you think it's a joke. Watch this video from a credible information center.
Television news program says that Turkey is clearly a terrorist state with a broad reach. It reports that Turkey is supplying weapons to the terrorist group Boko Haram in Nigeria. 10 TV host Nashat Al-Delhi reported on a leak confirming an intercepted phone call from a few years back confirming the action. He reported in part, today's leak confirms without a doubt that Erdogan, his state, his government, and his party are transferring weapons from Turkey to, this is a shock, to where you may ask, to Nigeria. And to whom? to the Boko Haram organization. Well, Raymond Ibrahim, a journalism fellow at the David Horowitz Freedom Center and an expert on the Middle East and Islam, joins us now with more on this. Welcome, Raymond.
Hello, Heather.
Are you surprised by this report? What's your take on it?
No, I'm not surprised. And my take on it is that the actual tape that was made that you referenced and you quoted was made apparently in 2014 or 15. And it was reported widely in certain areas in the U.S. and in the West, not so much, and not much came out of it. And the reason, I think, is because Erdogan wasn't so, didn't have his fingers so much in Islamist politics outside of his own nation. But now that we've seen, Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, the ISIS Islamic State Caliph who was killed recently, and he was found just 3 miles from the Turkish border, which is in fact one of the last, or if not the last bastion of jihadi so-called freedom fighters of attacking the Syrian government. It's brought it up again, the fact that everyone is saying, well, look, he's supporting ISIS. So now we're remembering, and that was, I think, the point of the Egyptian show, we're bringing back to see that there's some continuity here. It's not just right next door to Syria, to Turkey, meaning Syria. He's involved with some of the absolute worst Islamic terror groups. Remember, Boko Haram, which its name loosely means Western education is forbidden, haram, was basically doing what ISIS is notorious for years before ISIS. So the whole, head chopping, crucifying, massacres, enslaving women and children, burning people alive, Boko Haram was doing that. And one of the things that international observers have been noticing, especially increasingly, is that their armaments, their weapons, are very sophisticated.
That is the situation. When you see these kind of people drawing close to Nigeria, what does that tell you? They are trying to promote their terrorist agenda and make sure they Islamize Nigeria with their own kind of Islam and Fulanize Nigeria. They are not backing down. All the friends they are making are terrorists. That is what it's clear. It's clearer than before. That is why when I see some politicians in the southern part of Nigeria or people who call themselves elites in the southern part of Nigeria not speaking and standing up with their people, it's a shame. It's a shame and so painful that the South has no representation in the politics. They have no representation, more especially the Southeast. They have sold their soul to the devil. But we cannot stop. Thank God for our Sudan Mazin and Kano, whom Chukwu have given us to redeem us from this evil. Mazin and Kano have laid a foundation that we must all follow. He has laid a foundation that we must all follow, and we will follow that foundation for us to have sanity in a nation that we call our own. That is the way to go. Biafra has no army yet. Biafra has only a security outfit to secure the people, just like the vigilante you have in other places. There is no Biafran army anywhere. Anybody pushing out any video that they are Biafran army, they are enemies of Biafra. This is a propaganda by the DSS to demonize IPOB and ESN that are securing the people, to make sure they have something to hold to prosecute Sudan Mazin Nanikan, which is already dead in arrival because the world is watching. The world is watching. Any mayhem that's been caused by this so-called Biafran army and their unknown gunmen, any mayhem they cause is on their head, is on the head of the government, because they are being formed by the government. Mazin Nandekano, in one of his broadcasts, made it clear that we have no Biafran army, that when he's going to unleash the Biafran army, he will announce it to the world and the world will see it. He has not announced it. He has not given us any Biafran army. So anybody claiming to be Biafran army anywhere is telling a lie. That is a propaganda. Do not buy to it. Do not share the video. Do not listen to them. They are not speaking for the Biafrans. They are speaking for their own selfish interest. Do not be cajoled into that falsehood. Don't share those videos. They are not for your own good. May Chukwu Okabiyama continue to guide and protect our Sudan Mazin Nanikan. May Chukwu Okabiyama guide and protect Sunday Igboho. May Chukwu Okabiyama guide and protect everybody that is genuinely fighting for freedom. May Chukwu Okabiyama protect our mothers in the United States. Our own mother in the United States who are conducting fundraising on daily basis, who are speaking of Asorock and fighting strong to make sure that Mazin Nanikan is being released. May Chukwu Okabiyama guide and protect our mothers. Secure them, grant them wisdom, grant them strength to continue to move on. Make them unshakable. May Chukwu Okabiyama bring back to us Asorock Mazin Nanikan, give him more revelation so that he can lead us into Biafra. We are moving forward. They will kill us, we will kill them. At the end of the day, Biafra is here. Thank you so much for watching wherever you are watching from, and remember us. Bye-bye. See you again on the next video.